Hey guys, it's Elston from Swattail, and basically in this video I'm gonna be talking about um, how to make decorators with parameters. And well, you can learn that from this video, but it's this is one of the major bug fixes in Swattail. And let me give you some context real quick. Basically, what I was trying to do is make a decorator which accepts parameters, and it also has a wrap function or wrapped coroutine. So it doesn't only have a function as the wrapped thing. So and it's in Discord.py as well. There's a Discord bot, so that that makes this situation quite unique. So basically, this is not the completed code. This right here is the fixed code, and basically this didn't work. And what happened was when I tried to, and this is the sort of the fixed code. But initially, what I did was something like this. So my system check, which is my decorator, was on top of Client.Command, and you see why that's important later on. And basically what happened was wrap. If you didn't know, wrap, the wrap part of all decorators, so like every time you have this, right, this decorator right here, um it runs stuff inside of wrap as soon as you execute your program or start running your program. And basically um it ran wrap, right, but it didn't run stuff inside of wrapped. So the decorator didn't do what it's supposed to do, and run stuff inside of wrapped. And basically one of the problems with the original code was my system check, which is my decorator, was on top of Client.Command. And for it to work, you need your decorator, or in my case system check, to be below Client.Command. And it's because if Client.Command is below system check, the thing is, and we know this execution order of decorators is bottom to top. So system check runs first and then Client.Command. So we know that so like if Client.Command runs first and then you run system check, it's kind of a bit weird, isn't it? So yeah, that's not the actual reason. I can't really explain the actual reason, but yeah. So if okay, you switch system check or your decorator below Client.Command, does it work now? No, it doesn't work. And the reason being, it'll return an error saying command help. In this case, all right. In this case, it'll say command help is not found, and this is only for Discord .py, right? So if you wanna write a decorator with parameters, this is how you would do it. Minus the async define wrap part, minus the func tools part. This async define wrap part shouldn't have the async if you're just writing a normal decorator with parameters. So you just remove the async, and yeah, just modify it yourself, I guess. Yeah, you just don't need the func tools as well. So basically what happens if you're in Discord.py making a Discord bot or something, it will say command help is not found, and command help, it's obviously right here. Like, what do you mean command help not found? Are you like Dora the Explorer? You can't see stuff that's like 2 meters in front of you. Why this is happening is because Client.Command, alright, you know what, I have a demonstration. Okay, not this. I have a demonstration right here. So okay, basically we can pretend that decorate, so this is just a sample of this part right here. Okay, so we can pretend that decorator is our client.command, and decorator2, this part, is our decorator, which is system check in this case. And basically this whole thing is like the same as this, right? This whole thing right here. And basically this whole thing translates to this as well. And okay, if we run this, let's see what happens if we run this. Okay, so it runs through here, right? And if these decorators had rep, right, it would run the stuff in rep. Okay, so it sees decorator, it sees decorator 2, and you know, execution order of decorators. Again, it runs decorator 2 first, which in this case is our system check, or our decorator. So okay, it runs through here, and you can see that wrapped, this decorator 2 returns wrapped, the function, the whole function wrapped, right? So essentially decorator 2 bracket test returns wrapped. Keep that in mind. Decorator 2 test bracket test returns wrapped. Okay, and yeah, the same thing goes decorator returns wrapped as well. And okay, we don't need to know the other part, but remember this whole thing returns wrapped, right? And another thing, okay, and this is from theory, client.command, essentially what it does on, like in the code, it checks for whatever's passed inside of it, and in this case it's this, right? Because decorator, we can pretend that it's a client.command. So this whole thing, it checks for the dunder name of that and sees if that name is in your code or in your command list, and if it's not, it will say like that command does not exist, which it does, right? Because in the beginning, like how I said, it said command help is not found, right? Because this whole thing right here is essentially wrapped, the wrapped function that you see in decorator 2 right over here. And the name, the dunder name of it will be wrapped as well, since you know it's a wrapped. It's either wrapped or decorator 2. It's either one. But the point here is it's not the original name of whatever you want, which is test right here. So you want this dunder name to be test, right? If not, it will say command test is not found. So that's why this doesn't work, right? So to fix this, okay, you can see here this correct code right here. I use functools.wraps func, and basically what this does is it takes the wrapped thing, like right here, right? So we know that this is a wrapped function, and it takes that and it changes the dunder name to the name of the original function, which is test. So essentially what it's doing right here, right, is it's trying to okay, so we can assume that this, right, like let's just give it a variable, okay, x equals to this, right? And you know that this returns the wrapped function for the 100th time. And basically what it's doing is x.name equals to func.name, and you know that func over here is what is being passed into this thing right here, in which this case is this, right? So what it does is and func is in this case help, that's func. Okay, so essentially it's changing this whole name to the func.name. So basically the original name. So now this whole thing, it's still a wrapped function, but the name is different. The name is the original name. So this whole thing, the name of this whole thing wouldn't be wrapped or decorator 2, whichever it is. It would be test. So now when decorator is run, in which this case decorator is client.command, it checks for the name, and this actually says that the name over here is help. So it checks your command list and says, oh, help is a command, it's an existing command, so now it works. So that's essentially why. So yeah, hopefully this video sort of helps you. This again, this the function, this how you would do it. You can modify it if you ever need a decorator with parameters. You can just remove this func tools part, remove the async part, leave in the define wrap thing, remove the ctx, just modify it yourself, and I hope this helped you. Okay, like potentially. So yeah, that's all. See ya.